Yeah. I'll start with explaining my logo that I created. As you guys can see in my logo, there are two hands uh, that that's touching with each other, where the hands indicates how we as a teacher or adults need to help children in order for them to be able to understand what sex education is about. And the motto board and the school indicates the education that we are supposed to include in our syllabus in school, because nowadays poster, as you all can see in my poster, there are a lot of elements that I put in the poster related to the sex education. As you all can see, red, the red color, the word that in red color that I put in the poster, it says sex education is not taboo. Uh, it is true. Sex education is not taboo, but our community in Malaysia thinking that if the school or the institution teaching students to sex education, we are actually intended to how do I put this word? Uh, we are intended. So when the institution or the school teaching sex education in their syllabus, the our community in Malaysia thinking that we are intended to promote the kids to start having sex at their young age. But they are very wrong, because when we are teaching sex education, it means we want to prevent the early pregnancies, the unsafe sex, and sexual harassment among kids. Also, the child grooming between the adults and the kids. So the elements in my poster shows what we are going to learn in sex education topic, the awareness that we can get from the sex education. So that's all for me, for my logo and my poster. That's
Hi, my name is Nurul Sherina. So today, this is my poster about the sex education awareness. I choose this, um, I choose this like noise and all that because of it's related to sex education. Like take care of your body. We have to take care of our body to everyone. Like example, like when a man touch the girl and something like that, and say no to sex harassment. And this is actually my biggest mistake lah. I actually no need to write like save your private part, but actually it's my like a knowledge, right? So we have to keep. And I choose like the girl because it's related to the girl because most of the people in this world girl are like have most problem in this sex education. So this is for my I choose blue color for my posters because I love blue color and it's a nice one. And that's all for my poster and next for my logo. And this is my logo. Actually my friends helped me a lot to to create this logo, and we choose like a keyboard because it's related to our group, which is Clack. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next. Siapa nak buat?
I can go next.
Okay. Jap, 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 jap. Wait ah.
Hi everyone, so I'll be sharing on what I've contributed on our group when it comes to the logos and the posters. Since our group have decided on um, presenting on sexual education, these are what I've come up so far. The logos, first of all, we have decided, I designed two of them, which is the first that we utilize for our group, which is Clack. I decided on a keyboard and a yellow and black um, background because I thought that the color yellow suits a very coming of age kind of theme. And Clack was the title was chosen by one of our group mates, so to the keyboard. The second logo that I came up with is more sexual education suiting. It has the symbol of the genders as well as the graduation hat to symbolize education, and as, of course the group name as well as the colors chosen are more light to give off a more inviting vibe to in a sense. Moving on to the poster, this is the poster that I came up with for to promote sex education. In the um, poster, it's written that sex education is important. The other words, phrases that are written here and there are actually to emphasize on what sex education is important for. The first one being self growth. Sex education helps people understand about their own bodies, why it reacts the way it does, um, the differences when it comes to puberty, how a male would uh, grow up and a female would grow up. So it helps them comprehend themselves better. For relationships, sex education actually teaches about communication skills as well as negotiation, negotiating skills. It teaches people to know the limits of something when they push too much. Also, emphasizing that no means no and even consent. Also, for self development as well as society when it comes to one's behavior and character, and in a societal sense, it helps us to respect each other more and to understand um, that everyone goes through their own physical, how to say, difficulties. And also for our sexual health, there is an example to be shared with how sometimes female students, for example, during their high school years, they would receive shots to help with ovarian cancer. And ovarian cancer is actually a sexual health problem that can occur from a young age itself. So sex education can help people to be aware of all these things. And this is my overall work so far. And thank you so much.
Okay. So these are the posters and logo or that I had done. For the logo, I'll start with the logo first. The logo, as you can see, is actually a very simplistic logo. It is a mixture of the male sign and the female sign. So it shows that you can also like um, it shows that the brain not working. One more time. Brain not working dah malam je. Okay, so for the logo, you can see that there are two signs. First is the male sign and the female sign. So you can see that there is the logo is very simple. It got a very simplistic design. It shows that there is gender equality in the logo, and then you can see that there is a graduation cap on the gender, which means it is part of the education system lah. Uh, next for the left side, you have which is the poster that I had done, which you can see in the middle. It has the sex education by Clack, which is the title for the our program. So at the bottom of the title, you have it's not a taboo unless you think of it that way. That means like some of the people in this era, they think that sex education is a taboo to talk about. So through this program, you can know that it is not a taboo because it should be discussed, and students should learn about the sex education before they grow up, so they can avoid themselves from doing anything. And sex education is not only about sex, but it could also incorporate things like the menstrual system, and also the so that the general people knows about all of these things, all of this information, so that they can help their like friends or spouse or wife or anyone that is like related lah. So at the top of the left of the poster, you can top left of the poster, you can see that a bunch of people are learning about the sex education. On the right, you can see about the sex education. It's kind of like a graphic. So you see, do you like me? Yes or no? And then yes means yes, love, and then you can see like people kissing. So sex education does not specifically like focus on sex, but it could also focus on other things as well. And at the bottom left, you can see about um, the woman or the girl that is confused about the genders and stuff. So she is confused about her own gender. So sex education will also help in terms of exploring oneself's gender, and then also exploring about their own like biological gender lah and all. And then you can see from the bottom right, you can see a bunch of people standing with each other, and there are variety colors of a shade of colors of orange, dark orange, light orange, yellow, green, and blue. So this shows that this actually relates to the LGBTQ community. We're not trying to let students to be in the LGBTQ community, but we are trying to give them a general knowledge of it, so that they actually know about the community and how they can decide for themselves lah. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm my roommate. So, this is the logo that I have designed. So, for our group topic is about sex education. So, for this logo, at the top of it, I have written sex education, and also down is our group logo, which is big flag, and also there's a picture of a girl like typing. Big flag is actually like the sound, when you type, big flag. So that kind of symbol I have put in my logo, and also for the color that I've used is more towards like the soothing kind of color, which is a combination of soft kind of feeling. So that's why I have used soft color towards it. And also at the side of each corner there's a sound, which is like to make it enhance it even like even better for the logo. And moving on to my poster. So for my poster, I have put the topic sex education on the work, and also there's a girl picture instead of it. And also for this poster, I've written two quotes, which is the first one is it is an important education to all, and all need to be educated in this method to have a great upcoming generation, which means sex education is really really important for this generation, and also it's like it's kind of a big matter that everyone needs to give importance to it. So and the down one is sex education is not taboo, and don't be shy to get education on this matter, because this generation although in this generation there are some people who think sex education is still a thing that you can't say or you can't speak. So most of them don't know what is sex education, and most of them don't even seek sex education because it's kind of like a bad thing. I'm not sure, but in this generation, there are still people who don't seek out for a sex education, which is still a taboo in this generation, which I think it should not be, and everyone needs to know. And also, sex education is just not, it's just not saying like what is happening, but also it's teaching you about your hygienic part and everything. So it's all in one. It's just not focusing on sex and everything. And I think everyone should get knowledge, and also this thing should be implemented in school, which is school these days they don't even teach sex education, and a lot of students in secondary school are kind of confused about it, and all they think is this kind of thing. So I think they should think sex education is something to teach them about their own body and how it reacts to it. So that's all from me.
This is my thoughts on our storyboard. So this storyboard about sex education is actually near our objective where we want to give awareness about the sex education school area for the children and adults. This storyboard is quite easy to understand and easy to for us to add out the scene to the storyboard. So that's all for me about our storyboard. Next person.
So next, from this storyboard, I learned a lot of things such as how to do this storyboard, and it's difficult part for me because it's my first time doing this, and we have to create like the character and all that, and we have to choose the suitable character for this storyboard. So from this storyboard, people who see this will gain knowledge from this because, like Mimi said, everyone will understand about this storyboard because yeah, they just have to read the read the dialogue and they already know what the storyboard is about. So that's all from me. Thank you. Okay. Um, with this storyboard, because it shows a classroom setting and an introduction, a first-time introduction to sex education, the students here are about adolescent to high school age, and they don't really have a grasp of sexual education, which definitely people learning for the first time would react the same way. What they think it is a study for organs, which is technically right. So this is just the storyboard shows how sex education would be implemented in the classroom. Just a very brief example and showing that students, although they might not understand the concept initially, they will be able to connect it. Just as how one of the students says, is it the studies about organs, which is technically not wrong. It is just it's the study of the reproductive organs and uh, many other aspects as well. Um, this storyboard works as a sort of promotion for the campaign, and as it will give us a better understanding for our sex education campaign, and it will prevent from any injuries or accidents from happening as well. The storyboard use that our groupmate has used, our groupmate used storyboard and was able to come up with different panels and colors as well as characters. It was a very simple and a very easygoing experience for us all, and we're all very grateful for that. Okay, thank you.
So my thoughts on the storyboard is that it is actually a very good way to convey information and knowledge, because by using storyboard it is like a comic strip for like anyone of any person of age can look and read. So they will see that, oh, the storyboard is very interesting, and it has vibrant colors with dialogue boxes for people to read. So it is very useful to promote the sex education, and it will be also very useful, and it has also been useful for the Powtoon that has been created by our group member. So it is a very good medium to promote about our campaign lah. So that is all from me. Next.
So, for the storyboard, my thoughts on it is that it's easy to understand. Whoever just look at the storyboard will get the idea what they're trying to say or convey. So basically, the storyboard was teaching about the sex education, like how you should prevent it, and also how to take care your hygiene after that. And also it's very important. And the storyboard is actually a set of classroom where the teacher teaches us about the sex education, which always happens in school. So similar to the storyboard, we have the teachers and also a three person, which is a guy and two female, speaking about what is going to happen for their class in the next period, and then also teacher asking them questions about they all know what is sex education, and also teacher teaching them on what you should do and what you should not do and everything. So this is like kind of an idea. So for a teenage or also adult students, I just looking for what they could get an idea of what is sex education and also like what the do's and don'ts. So overall, my opinion is it's a good storyboard and everyone should like it. That's all for me.
So I'll share my feedback throughout the process of making the album. First of all, this is not my first time making video animation video from out. It's actually is quite easy if we have a good connection and good laptop to do the editing work. So we took about 3 days to actually settle our problem. While I'm doing the mountain, it is from my this is from my sorry and process of making the mountain. When I'm doing the editing work, one of the full scene suddenly got missing, and I don't know how to recreate the scene that have been missing. So I have to recreate it from the beginning, and it takes a lot of time, and it dragged my time to complete the whole output because of that one scene that got missing, that suddenly got missing. Um, Other than that, it's quite challenging because uh, we are doing the output as a group. Because before this, I never did the output with a group, with a big group that consists of five people. Usually, I do the editing work, but on my own. So when I'm doing in a group work, so it's quite hard for me because I need to tackle with all the times that maybe someone is not free at this time and I cannot interrupt their the time, right? So overall, it's quite a good experience and a bit challenging. Have the how to settle by the time. So that's about.
For this cartoon, actually, Shamini teach me a lot. She teach me a lot to do this cartoon, to reach the character of this cartoon, to like what type of cartoon, like what type of the character that we should insert inside our cartoon that related to our uh, related to our awareness. So to me, I think like Shamini put a lot of effort to this cartoon video because she teach me a lot. And from this, I get a lot of knowledge. I know how to do like the function of the cartoon and all that, and setting the character, the music, and all that. So from Shamini, I know a lot of things from this cartoon, and that's all from me.
I actually have no experience using animating websites or platforms at all. I'm more used to like recording videos and using InShot, but it was a first time experience working on the cartoons and the inserting dialogues and so on. But unfortunately, my internet connection was very bad that day that the sites that I worked on did not make it into the actual cartoon cut. But fortunately, Shamimi and Sharina managed to finish my part for me. Overall, while doing it, it was an okay experience. It was a bit difficult to arrange everything, but it was a challenge well accepted. So that is my input for this. Thank you.
So, for my part, I have actually no experience in Powtoon. I have never used Powtoon before, and I have never done any animation. Animation. I have never done any animation using any animation software. And our group mates, especially Shamimi and Sharina, have been working hard on creating the Powtoon. So I would like to thank them for creating the Powtoon and for us to be cooperative as well. So thank you. That's all for my part.
It was also first time for me to edit like for family. I've no experience in editing, like so far like do other stuff, but I think for me it's like just managed to do this whole video. So thanks to my groupmates.
So I think that's all from us reflecting our works and all the guided activities throughout the SEP. So thank you from Clack. That's all.